It's me, University 5 with Daemon 108 and the name you'll hate. Say hello, Daemon.
Hi.
I speak very fast. Alright, let me make sure I'm recording my audio. Alright, so this video is going to be on the name you'll hate, obviously, because I already mentioned the name. And this is going to be us saying random facts about Pokemon, because this is apparently Pokemon week or month. I don't know. So,
we just don't care.
We don't care. So, I'll say the first fact. The first Pokemon ever established to be made and first ever to be drawn is Rhydon, this little asshole right here. Your turn, Dave. Damon's stuff up.
Missing No, before it was like which Pokemon, Missing No was planned to be a different Pokemon that evolved into Kangaskhan, but it never happened.
I have two facts right now. First off, it's pronounced Kangaskhan, and the second fact is Gary's Raticate is dead.
No dip, Shirley.
All right, your turn, Damon.
Some Pokemon cries are the same, just different pitch and speed.
For example, Charizard and Typhlosion, or Goldeen, and I forgot what it was. It might have been Dunsparce. But let's see. My fact is, oh my god, my computer's overheating. Oh, it doesn't turn on. My fact is that some say that Ditto is a failed attempt at Mew. Is a failed attempt of a clone Mew because they both weigh the same amount. I'm pretty sure they're both the same height. They both learn transform by leveling up, and Mew can learn any move, and Ditto can do the same thing, albeit temporarily. So they say that Ditto is a failed attempt at a clone Mew.
Wait, my turn?
Yes, Damon.
Okay. Shellos was originally going to be in the third generation.
I don't remember who Shellos. Oh, that's Shellos. Yeah, I forgot. See. There were originally going to be 190 Pokemon in the first generation, but in the end, they scrapped 40 of them to be in the second generation.
The three legendary birds are named after Kino. Spanish numbers: Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres.
Also, my fact is, in Japanese, their names are actually Fire, Thunder, and Freezer. Your turn, Damon.
Kadabra is the only Pokemon without a DP legal card because the infamous Yuri Geller lawsuit over Kadabra's Japanese name.
Which is right here, that I'm showing right now. Let's see. Some people say that the Kangaskhan that is right here, that was going to be Missing No, that James said earlier, was there was also going to be an item called a Kangaskhan skull, which if you made happiness while it was holding it, would evolve into Cubone, which evolved into Marowak, which may have evolved into Kangaskhan. Or if you do happiness with its female without the skull, would be a female. If it was a male with happiness without the skull, it would be a male Kangaskhan. Your turn, David.
This isn't really a fact, but this just looks like it. That the baby Kangaskhan, as you can see on Kino's screen.
Yes.
It looks like a Charmander, but but it has a skull on it, like Cubone. I mean.
Yes. My fact is right here. It says.
Hold on. I mean that Kangaskhan looks like a Cubone, so maybe like the ghost Pokemon in the Lavender Town.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe maybe the Cubone that was the ghost was related to a Kangaskhan, which is friends with the
Damon, can you just get over it and say an actual fact?
Okay. Let's stop screwing around. Magikarp earns bounce in platinum.
Good to know. I've never actually played Platinum. Let's see. Oh, well, reasonably, there you go. You have no father. Your best friend is an orphan. Uh, let's see.
What?
Also, there's hospitals and gyms everywhere, yet no form of entertainment. Most men are very old or have a job related to the military or organized crime. Uh,
Okay, can I have a
keep
fact to
no,
say?
wait, hold on. But like for example, Lieutenant Surge said, "Hey kid, what do you think you're doing here? You won't live long in combat. That's for sure. I'll take it. Electric Pokemon saving the war." Then then you realize there's a war in Kanto, and you're in the first generation, Generation One, to live in peace and harmony. Yes, Damon.
Shuck, a female Azurill has a 1 in 3 chance of evolving to in a male Meryl.
Yes.
Sex change.
I know. Oh, let's see. Dang it, I just had one right now. Dang it. Oh, Latias and Blaziken were originally going to be the same Pokemon called Latiasikin, which I will show you in a second. You didn't know that, did you, Damon?
Know what?
And this is Latiasikin.
Oh my god, Kino.
I swear to God, that was going to be a real Pokemon.
Latiasikin.
Latiasikin. Best Pokemon ever.
So wait, what happened? What was the fact?
Latiasikin was originally going to be a Pokemon of a mix between Latias and Blaziken, but in the end, they scrapped the idea and made them their own Pokemon.
Oh my god, that would be the best thing ever. A Diglett can breed with the whale ward. Blink, blink.
I'm pretty sure you can do the same thing with a Skitty. Let's see. It would make more sense. This is not really a fact, actually. Pokemon here are so chunky. There should be a pink one with a floral pattern. In 1998, they said that. And now 2010 or 2011, I forgot what year that came out, they have this little gay thing right here. Right here.
What?
In 1998, there was a guy outside Mount Moon that said, "Pokemon here are so chunky. There should be a pink one with a floral pattern." And right here they have one in Pokemon Black and White.
Oh, well that's a nice reference.
It is.
Ekans is snake spelled backwards, and Arbok is cobra spelled backwards.
What is muck?
Oh wow.
Yep. I would definitely go there. Done. As of Generation 4, there are 17 types and 493 Pokemon. I'm not counting Generation 5 because I don't even know that. Go.
Tangela did not learn Vine Whip in red or blue.
Veronica Taylor, the voice of the English Ash Ketchum, was also April O'Neil in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the 1980s.
Lickitung has a tongue that's twice as long as its body.
Lickitung in Generation 1 was unable to learn Lick.
Nidoqueen, Nidoking, Rhydon, Tyranitar, Aggron, Rampardos, and Rhyperior can all learn Surf, even though they're all weak to water.
That's good to know. In China, the Emperor imposed a primetime ban of all foreign cartoons, which included Pokemon, SpongeBob, and The Simpsons. And in 2008. The ban was extended 1 hour from 5 to 9.
The only poison type move that the Nidoran families learn is Poison Sting.
I actually didn't know that. In 1997, an episode of the animated series of Pokemon nearly caused death to many people, but did cause many epileptic seizures, such as in the episode was Computer Soldier Porygon or Electric Warrior Porygon, where Pikachu used Thunderbolt on a missile, and it started causing bright red and blue flashing lights.
Aneroth and Wingull have higher speeds in their evolutions.
Pokemon is a contraction of Pocket Monsters.
Porygon Z is based off of glitch Pokemon.
There are over 13 Pokemon movies.
Tangela did not learn Vine Whip in Red and Blue.
Pokemon is the second best-selling video game series of all time. Second only to Mario.
Pikachu could not learn Thunderbolt in Red or Blue.
Jesse and James, the very funny and infamous Team Rocket soldiers, are named after American outlaw Jesse James, and their rivals, their Team Rocket allies / adversary, Butch and Cassidy, are named after, likewise, Butch Cassidy.
It is possible for a level 6 Doduo to be a level 47 Dialga.
Oh wow. Ash is 10, Brock is 15, and Misty is 12.
Kingdra, Dialga, and Palkia are the only Pokemon types that are not weak to ice.
One of the most rare Pokemon cards in the world, the Pikachu Illustrator card. There's only 6 made in the world, and one can go to auction for over $125,000.
Arceus can only learn Draco Meteor if it is holding the Draco Plate.
A very common Pokemon card, even though the first edition Charizard, valued for its high HP and Fire Spin attack, is worth now about $125, even though there are still many out.
The number of Spindiforms outnumbers the Pokemon species. Dang, son.
What is that?
The number of Spindiforms outnumber the Pokemon species.
Because
no Spindas can look the same.
There's over 4 million, not counting shiny. There's a little fact. There's no. Then also, people thought that Pokemon was a form of Satanism. So the TCG makers decided to make Christian power cards. None have been seen today, but they sure as hell were made in the UK.
Christian power cards.
Christian power cards. Like, for example, instead of putting a Charizard or Pikachu, you put down Moses, Jesus, Abraham.
Oh.
Don't ask why I said Abraham.
Is that some sort of Jewish thing?
Abraham.
Oh.
I just say Abraham to mess with family.
Munchlax and Shuckle are tied for having the lowest speed stat ever.
Wow. I have 2 facts right now. Not facts, right? Suncurrent is the shortest Pokemon at only 1 inch, and also in the Pokemon anime, you know, Pikachu is the sidekick to Ash. Originally, it was going to be a Clefairy.
Here's the reason why you should get a Krabby, because they have the same base attack stat as Gyarados.
Jesse and James are only 16 and 17.
Dang. Vibrava must be a new generation Pokemon. Flygon and Smeargle
Dude, listen. Okay, start the question over, but first, Vibrava is a Generation 3 Pokemon that evolves into Flygon.
Oh. Vibrava, Flygon, and Smeargle are the only non-legendary Pokemon that are not flying type and can learn fly.
James had a different voice actor in the first 2 episodes of the show ever.
In the Hoenn Pokedex, there are no Pokemon that can learn Vine Whip, Mega Punch, or Mega Kick by leveling up.
Surprisingly, I was wrong earlier. The first Pokemon created was Poliwag, but the first programmed into the game was Rhydon.
Eevee, Girafarig, and Ho-Oh are the only Pokemon that are named the same spelled backwards.
Raikou, Entei, Suicune are actually cats, not dogs. Entei's a lion, Raikou's a tiger, and Suicune's a cheetah.
Looper can learn Ice Punch, but it has no arms.
When Poliwag evolves into Poliwhirl, its swirl reverses.
In Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Diglett mentions that it actually has feet.
You you know, oh, in the top of Whitney's gym, in the first, in in Generation 2, if you look up, like right here, it's a Clefairy.
Wait, what?
Look, it's a Clefairy.
Oh yeah, that room. I remember that.
Room.
Crap. What was the fact? Oh yeah, Venonat was originally supposed to evolve into Butterfree.
Original. You have a higher chance. You have a higher chance of evolving, of having your Wurmple evolve into a Cascoon than a Silcoon. I'm looking right now too.
Porygon is larger and heavier than Porygon 2.
It's a little obvious, I know. Well, Vulpix's tail actually starts off as one tail and splits into many as it gets older.
One sec.
What?
I'm back. Arcanine. Oh no, it's not stupid. Doesn't have the full fact. One sec.
Do you want me to read some?
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Rhydon and Charizard have the same exact cry.
Rhydon and Charizard? You said?
Yeah.
Also Typhlosion, yeah. Along with those three. Along with those two. Let's see.
But without distortions in it.
Oh, okay. Dialga is the only dragon Pokemon not to be weak to dragon.
Horsey is a water type, but in the data it says it's a dragon.
It evolves into a dragon Kingu, but that doesn't matter. Let's see. Mr. Mime has a mystery. Mr. Mime can be a girl. That's all I have to say.
Spiritomb has an unusual connection. The number 108 in his number. Number 108 in the Pokedex is 108 kilograms in weight. The base stats of 108. Both the defensive stats and exists aforementioned collection of 108 sinful spirits. This is an illusion of a Buddhist practice named on New Year's Eve in Japan, which a bell rung 108 times to chase away the 108 temptations to overcome in order and achieve nirvana.
All playable characters in the Pokemon games all have headwear. Hat and a bandana.
Infernape's based on Sun Wukong, otherwise known as Monkey King, with the names represent this Japanese interpretation of Son Goku. Infernape may also be based on Hanuman, the monkey god of Hindu mythology.
Lugia is the guardian of the sea, but is not a water type. It is flying psychic. If you're ever stuck, just tell me to read one off.
Read another one, please.
Doduo and Dodrio can learn fly, but they do not have wings.
Some of Slowbro's Pokedex entries state that the shelter is removed, it reverts into Slowpoke. In other words, it de-evolves.
Every town in the first two generations of Pokemon are named after a color, except for Pallet Town, which is the color palette.
Arcanine species name is the legendary Pokemon, despite the fact that it's not actually legendary in any way.
Wait, which one?
It's Arcanine.
Mega Punch and Mega Kick give the impressions of being fighting moves, but are actually normal type.
Wobbuffet is the only fully evolved Pokemon that can't earn any TMs.
What?
Wobbuffet is the only fully evolved Pokemon that can't earn any TMs.
It only knows counter. All Pokemon that can learn TMs can learn Toxic.
A large chunk of the 3D Pokemon battles in Battle Revolution were actually reused from previous games on both Nintendo 64 and GameCube.
Larian only learns one Fire-type physical move, and it's a physical fire attacker, so it's rather useless.
Fire Red and Leaf Green have an anti-cheat feature where hacking and Mew would cause it not to listen. This is not in any of the DS games. However, to elaborate, Mew ignores any order you give it, regardless of any badges you earned. Also, the same thing happens with Hax Deoxys is.
Every professor's named for a tree.
Illumise is the only Pokemon Generations 3 whose name starts with the letter I.
Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan are both named after famous martial artists Jet Li, Bruce Lee, and Jackie Chan. And some say that fighting gym leader Chuck is related to Chuck Norris.
Some beta versions of Red and Blue list Machamp's original name was as Judo.
Read some more. So I'm looking for something.
Rock Throw is the only physical rock attack with no secondary effect.
Read one more.
Tracy replaced Brock during the Orange Islands because the artist thought Brock was racist. Brock came back when no one cared and interviewed the former anime director Skyboard assist Matsume Hideko for proof. Then http://bit.ly/9rtw81. Don't look it up, please. The Nidorino appears in Professor Oak's introduction in Red and Blue, but has the cry of the Nidorina.
Bulbasaur is the only 2-type non-evolved starter Pokemon. Grass Poison.
Every Eevee evolution has been owned by a main or recurring character in the anime, except for Jolteon.
Second generation is the only generation where all fully evolved starter Pokemon are single-typed.
Pikachu is the only Pokemon without any evolutionary stages allowed in a midi square.
If you throw a rocket Wooper in the Safari game in Pearl, Diamond, and Platinum, he becomes a Whopper.
What?
He becomes a BK Angry Whopper.
Oh my god. All the Pokemon that can evolve, Sneasel has the highest base speed stat.
Say that one more time?
Of all the Pokemon that can evolve, Sneasel has the highest base speed stat.
Rotom is motors backwards.
Raikou is the only legendary Pokemon Ash hasn't. Hold on one second. Raikou is the only legendary Pokemon that Ash hasn't encountered in the anime or in one of the movies. Except for the new one.
Which new one? Oh yeah, in
the black and white one.
Zoroark.
Those ones are shiny.
Yeah, you know the Zoroark movie is actually, this isn't a fact, the Zoroark movie is actually a Diamond and Pearl movie. Also, Slowpoke requires a shelter to evolve into Slowbro, but in the game it just has to level.
Red and Blue only use 37 completely unique sound clips or cries. Those sounds are playbacked in different ways for each Pokemon.
The only way for Mantike to evolve into Mantine is for there to be a Remoraid in the party. I'm pretty sure I've never seen that before.
Espeon and Umbreon are the only Pokemon that can be obtained by more than one evolution method.
What evolution methods were they?
I don't know.
Wait, what were the Pokemon?
Espeon and Umbreon.
Dark and Steel type did not exist in Generation 1.
Wartortle's official coloring is inconsistent. Its ear color alternates between white or blue in the various official art.
The first legendary Pokemon Ashes in Kanto and in the first EDCs altogether is Ho-Oh, the main Pokemon for Pokemon Gold and a legendary for Johto, surprisingly.
Deoxys is the first Pokemon to have its own unique battle music in-game.
Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald have the same first letters as Raikou, Suicune, and Entei.
In Red and Blue, you are able to use a fishing rod on the Rhydon statue. However, nothing was found unless you used an old rod. Weird.
Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno represent 3 primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, just like a palette.
Zapdos is the only legendary bird never to be seen in feet as its sprite, despite all of its attacks. Zapdos is the only legendary bird to never be seen on its feet, despite all of its sprite artwork, depicts it airborne.
Still not a believer? In Holland, the city is named after a natural occurring phenomenon, for lack of a better word, minerals. Rust, burrow, dew, ford, moss, deep, Sootopolis. You get the idea?
Yeah, kinda. Ninetales' name was originally spelled as Nine Tails, 2 words instead of one, in some early copies of Red and Blue.
What's it called? The original idea for Gyarados' name was going to be Skullkraken, or as some people say it, Skullkraken.
Jirachi and Manaphy are the only 2 Pokemon who can't be found at an in-game location of any of the main games.
Manaphy is an awesome Pokemon.
I know.
You don't know what the cities are named after cloud formations. With that, I'll leave you a picture with the Unova Cloud Trio. I'm just showing you this.
In the Galactic Hideout of Eterna City, Jupiter has a skunk tank at level 20. Stunky can't evolve into skunk tank until level 34.
Hold on. I think I found another fact page.
In Super Smash Bros. Melee, Ditto can be summoned from a Pokeball via hacking, but he disappears the second he comes out.
I don't know if I already read this. Deoxys is the DNA Pokemon, and DNA has the same letter as the first letter in each of its forms: defense, normal, and attack.
In the anime, Seaking is the only Pokemon Ash and Misty both owned. They were both caught and released. Oh, hold on 1 second. They were both caught and released in the same episode.
Wait, what Pokemon?
Seaking.
By who and who? Brock and Misty?
Ash and Misty.
Oh. Oh, no. Psychic type was not affected by Ghost type in Pokemon Red, Blue, Green, or Yellow.
Lucas's and Dawn's platinum artwork shows them holding repeat balls. It could be a pun because platinum repeats Diamond and Pearl.
Gengar was the first Pokemon to be shown in the anime.
In Red and Blue, Coughing's crossbones pattern was above its face, but in the Japanese Red and Green, it was below.
Whose?
Coughing's, has like crossbones.
Yeah.
Above its face, but in Japanese Red and Green, it's below it.
Oh. Let's see. This isn't really much of a fact, but I can't find it right now. I'm still looking for one, but every Pokemon movie contains a legendary Pokemon.
Rhydon appears first in the game's in the Pokemon Index data in Red and Blue. This is why most glitch Pokemon evolve into them.
Do what? Say it one more time.
Rhydon appears first in the game's Pokemon Index data in Red and Blue. This is why most glitch Pokemon evolve into him.
Oh.
So that's why, like some glitch Pokemon, like they'll evolve if they get enough experience to level.
Yes. Let's see. They say Machamp's Fire Red Pokedex entry said its full regularly developed arms can launch a flurry of 1,000 punches, not 100,000, 1,000 punches in 2 seconds. Assuming Machamp is using all 4 of its hands, it would mean 250 punches in 2 seconds, 125 in 1, or each punch every 0.008 seconds.
Dang. Heracross is the only Bug-type Pokemon able to learn Mega Horn, even though Mega Horn is a Bug-type move. Dang, son.
Wailord's Pokemon Emerald Pokedex entry is by hailing to its maximum capacity. A Wailord can drive close to 10,000 feet beneath the waves. 10,000 feet, that's about 3,048 meters. Underwater, that's more than 2 tons of water pressure on top of you, equal to more than 300 atmospheres of pressure. The temperature that far down ranges from 37 to 39 degrees Fahrenheit, about 34 Celsius, or I think 3.4 Celsius. I can barely read that. There's almost no light. The sperm whale, which can dive deeper than any other whale, can barely get close to this depth. However, the sperm whale weighs an average of 45 short tons. On average, whaler can weigh about 877 pounds.
spinner rack was created in a child's Pokemon design activity in the American Trading Card Game League.
Oh wow, hold on, I'm getting my balls laid down on it. Okay.
Balls?
I have a
Get your balls?
yoga wall. It is said that a home visited by snow rat will prosper. It can withstand cold of minus 150 Fahrenheit. Wow. The lowest temperature ever recorded on Earth was negative 128 Fahrenheit, or negative 89 Celsius. The human body is at its absolute best can't survive long past negative 40 external temperature. When By the way, negative 40 Fahrenheit and negative 40 Celsius is the same degree. By the way, external temperature when the moisture in the lungs begin to freeze.
In the DS game's Pokédexes can list Pokemon by color. Bronzong listed as green, despite it being colored blue.
Let's see.
Please don't say another retardedly long one.
This one's kind of short. Ricardo's body temperature is approximately 18,000 degrees Fahrenheit. The surface of the sun is about 1980. That would make Macargo's body temperature about 1.8 times as hot as the surface of the sun.
Then you don't want to get close to him. Macargo's Pokédex entries say that shell breaks easily, but in the anime, it retracts into its shell to protect itself.
Basically, in the end of our video, we've been doing this for about 30 minutes now. We've had a lot of facts here today on the Nadio Hate for our Pokemon weeks or month, I don't know. Yet, basically the conclusion of this is Pokemon are really hacks and OP.
Yep.
I've been Kino 65.
And I've been the Daemon 108.
And today's name is Steven.